everybody. Welcome back to, I almost said Creator Cast. Look at that.
You can do that.
Welcome back to Hey We're Talking. And I've got Benon from Gives a Minute here and from Creator Cast. I didn't mention that the first time. And from your live stream, which is, go ahead. I'm just going to start right from the beginning. We're not going to fool around and do the Scott thing where I just goof off for a few minutes before we start talking seriously. Let's talk seriously about, explain to everybody what you're doing with your live stream, and then we'll get into a little more of the details.
So my live stream is an extension of my channel, and I always wanted to do live streaming ever since I started watching a guy called Charles Marlowe, the vegan cheater, who's now going by the handle of Lil Cheater.
Okay.
I think he's a really interesting live streamer, and he's a drug addict, and he's spent time in prison, and he's got a really rundown life. But if he can make a connection with an audience via a live stream, I think anyone can, and
Sure.
that got me interested to start. But unfortunately, here in Australia, our internet is so terrible that I've delayed it and delayed it and delayed it. But basically, in this area, and like most of the country, the government, the Australian government, is providing what they're calling the National Broadband Network, the NBN.
Okay.
And to cut a long story short, what they told us they were giving us, because of a changing government, now has transformed into not being the best it could have been to being pretty crap.
Okay.
And we haven't got it yet.
Oh my gosh.
So we were going to be getting fiber to our house from, a fiber connection straight to your house, and now we're getting fiber to a central point, and then it's running off copper, which is the reason I can't live stream. And so what I'm doing, and what I've been doing for the last 8 weeks, is using my cellular data, my mobile data, in two separate devices. So I've got a plan with a cellular. What do you guys call them?
We just call them mobile, cellular. Yeah.
Mobile. We call them mobiles as well. So I got a plan with a mobile provider that gives me my handset and a separate SIM card for extra data.
Okay.
So I get 230 gig a month. And what I've done is I've put one of those SIM cards into a router that connects to my roof, which picks up the cell tower better.
Sure.
And the other one I've got in my handy, which is right here.
Yep.
And I'm bonding the two of those connections together using a product called Speedify, which I purchased.
Okay.
And hopefully, fingers crossed, that sends a 4G connection to my local tower, and I can live stream without dropping connection.
Are you on it right now, or are you on your regular internet?
I'm on it right now.
Yeah, it's really clean. I mean, it's been really good so far. I don't want to jinx it because tech can be hard.
Yes.
But I will say this, just a little side note. For all the people here in America who always clamor for the government to take care of everything, there's a good story for you right there. No, we don't want them to take over the internet. Let the people who like to charge us extra money for fast internet charge us money for extra internet, the fast stuff. Anyway, because your internet, so like give them an idea of what your speeds are. When's the last time you checked what your speeds up and down are?
So my speed, without using this bonded 4G technology, my speed here into my house is about between 8 to, say, 10 megabits a second down and 0.05 up.
Okay.
So it's physically not possible to live stream with it's an ADSL connection. It's physically not possible to do that. Now the NBN that they're rolling out is going to provide theoretical speeds of between 50 to 100 megabits down and between 5 to 25 megabits up.
Okay.
Now that's the top tier level, which, yes, that would be good. And if that works, that'd be handy. But the trouble is, and I mentioned before, that fiber to the node point, the copper run from that node to your house, depending on the length of that distance, is very much depending on how much speed you will actually be able to get.
Fiber is so much better because I had that when we lived in South Carolina, and it was amazing. I mean, you remember me telling you what I was getting. It was 700 up, 700 down. It was crazy.
The only issue we have with fiber is that it's such a large country to roll that out across the board.
Yeah.
So the previous government that announced this, like back in, was it 2005, 2004, they said we're going to roll out fiber to every house. And it became a big job, so much so that they lost their power. The government changed, and the new government said we're going to roll out what they're calling mixed technology, a mixed version of that. So some of you will get fiber to the node, some of you will be lucky to get fiber to the premise, others of you will get fiber to the curb, which is right up to the front of your house, but not into your house.
Yep.
Basically, we're stuffed.
Yeah, it makes, I understand it. Like when I got that stuff in South Carolina, it wasn't all over the state. It was just like my neighborhood just happened to be one of the neighborhoods that got fiber. So right. I was lucky. So I just did a test here. So right now I'm at 389 down and 52.5 up. So
see, that's ideal. And like my 4G connection will come at about 110 down and about 30 to 40 up. Mm-hmm. And that's perfect. But the trouble with the 4G mobile connection is it doesn't constantly stay connected to the tower.
Right.
So when you're live streaming, as soon as that connection drops, the stream falls out.
Yep.
So I've got a couple of different texts. I'm using that Speedify program that sends out 2 different links bonded together. And touch wood, yeah. That'll stay connected.
So, okay, always. Now we know part of the tech problems that you're having, but explain to them how you're actually doing the live stream as far as you started, your first one was 1 minute, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so
yeah,
go ahead and explain from there what you're doing.
I think I love the idea of time, and I love the concept of well, everything in our lives is based around the clock. You know, right. You're born, and then the time starts ticking away, and you're basically moving towards the time that you die.
Yep.
And as pessimistic as that sounds, Nick Cave has a lyric in one of his songs which says, "All things move toward their end."
Yep.
And that resonates with me because as much as you can celebrate life and birthdays and going to school and then getting your first job and your first car, we're all essentially moving closer and closer and closer towards the end.
Yep.
And I'm just fascinated by the idea of time. So my YouTube channel, Gives a Minute, is literally born through the idea of time. And everything I do is completely snapped off to a minute mark. So all of my full-length vlogs, whatever that time is, it's right on the 60-second point of that minute.
Yep. All
of my daily vlogs are 4-minute time stamped. Bang, right on 4 minutes. And so with my live stream, I thought, well, here's a program that I can put on my channel where theoretically I could go for 12 hours. I could stream for 12 hours without stopping.
That's the limit, maximum, right? Yeah.
Well, it's not the technical limit, but it's the limit that YouTube will store the stream for. So you can stream for 24 or 72 hours, but that'll only keep the last 12 hours. It'll delete the rest in front.
Gotcha.
So I said to myself, well, I do want to do a 12-hour stream, but I can't just jump in with 12 hours off the bat. I've got to start somewhere. So I said to myself, and this could be, you know, my German mindset working here as well. Well, if I'm going to do a 12-hour stream eventually, I'm going to have to start with a 0 and do 1 hour stream, then 1 minute and 2 minutes and 3 minutes. So every stream that I do is longer from the stream before by a minute.
Okay.
And I've done 8 streams, and I'm on to the 9th minute this weekend. It will be my 9-minute stream. And it could be the stupidest concept ever, but I don't see anybody else doing it. And there's that as well.
I think it's a good idea. It's going to be fun to see as you start to really, really get up there in the minutes, like how you're... Once you get to a certain point, now it's going to take you forever to do this. As I think about it, it's going to take so long because you're doing it one stream a week, correct?
One a week, yeah.
I mean, so even after this year is done, you're only at 52 minutes, and that's not too bad. So you're not going to be. You're talking years and years and years before you get to the 12 hours. Are you going to go to 12?
Yes, I will. Yeah.
Oh my god!
But the thing is, I did say that my channel, when I began my channel 3 years ago, I said I want to do YouTube for 10 years. I began my channel on my 40th birthday. I'm an old dude. I'm 43.
You're not as old as me, so stop.
We're in that boat together. We've both got that ticket. And I said I'm going to do this for 10 years till I hit 50, and I'm going to reevaluate. And that's still my plan for 10 years. It's a nice even number. It's all snapped off nice and rounded off. So the only thing with the live stream is that come July, when it's time for July, which is Danny Black's live every day in July, I'm going to be doing an every day in July, which will then bump it up quite substantially.
There we go. Okay. So you're going to put on at least 31 minutes in July. You're going to add
1 month. That's
there
right.
you go. Wow.
Yeah.
See how I had to think about if there was 31 days in July.
I don't know. 30 days.
I'm pretty
June,
sure.
July.
Yeah. See, you know the rhyme.
April.
I don't even know the rhyme.
I know there is a rhyme. I don't know if I know the rhyme.
I don't know it. So,
but I also like the idea of the live stream. So like my channel, I called it Gives a Minute, and I like the idea that everyone gives me. So like if you're watching my content, you're giving me your time to watch what I do, and I'm giving you my time to create that content.
Yeah.
So to me, that's the reaction or the interaction here. We're all givers, and that's why I chose Gives a Minute.
Yep.
So you can give and I can give and we can all give. But I really want the live stream to eventually mold its way into being more about the givers, like you guys, not me.
Yeah.
Like on my vlog, it's all about me, what I did, what I drank, where I went, what I saw. But on the live stream, I want it to be about you guys. So I'm going to have guests come on, and I'm going to have, show me your latest vlog or show me something you saw on YouTube, come on for a chat. And it's going to be more about that side of the community, more so than about me.
Yeah.
That's
Speaking of, you said one of your, I think you may have done this did you do this on the live stream or did you do this on a vlog? I think you did this on the vlog about music that sucks on videos. Was that a vlog?
Yes. No, that was a live stream.
Okay.
Yeah.
And after you did it, no joke, didn't somebody like some big YouTuber do it like 3 days later? Who was it? Didn't somebody say something about that? Creaky mentioned it. Who was it?
I didn't see that.
It was
actually.
Cody.
No.
It was Cody. It was Cody Warner. So he did something like within a day or two of you saying, "Hey, everybody's got crappy music that they've heard on YouTube vlogs and stuff." There was I'm pretty sure it was like 2 or 3 days after Cody had one.
Are you sure you might be mixing that up with? No. There was some. He put out a video
like your music
about
stinks or something.
No. There was one about burnout and how to not suffer the burnout by doing YouTube full time.
Okay.
And I saw Viva Fry did a dissection of that because I'm not watching Cody any longer.
I haven't for a long time either.
But when I saw Viva Fry did his little piece, I went back and watched Cody's video, and then I made a daily vlog where I addressed how I deal with not allowing the burnout by doing daily to occur. And the simple solution for me is to make it really, really easy to do. Like the moment you start doing something that's kind of difficult and you're doing it daily, you are eventually going to burn out.
Yeah.
So my daily vlogs, I don't edit them, and I just put it at my face, whatever I'm doing at that particular time, and it's 4 minutes after the day before. I mean, I've been out there watching the sunrise lately and talking about this and that, and it's so easy to do. It's never going to burn me out because it takes 4 minutes plus the exporting and uploading, which takes a whole lifetime.
I'm looking and I can't find that he did that music one for some reason. Sorry,
I didn't see that.
I wasn't trying to throw you under the bus, but Creaky did mention something on when you posted it on Facebook. No,
Creaky made a snide comment about me putting bad music in my vlogs, which is that's totally fine. It's all speculation, what's good and what's bad.
Right. It's up to personal preference, right?
Exactly. And that was the idea of it, that people could come on and tell me what they think was terrible. And the two people that did comment was Breck Knox, a guy from Alaska, and Danny Black. They both supplied content that they thought they used crap music in. So it was a self-acknowledged, poor choice in music. And then the third one was my recommendation, good mate Jordan Pike, who did put some pretty dubious music in his vlog. I can hear some tunes in the background there. Is that music or is that
it's I'm getting messages from Emma of Hip Hoop
Oh yes,
Hooray.
your next guest.
She's
awesome.
She's just checking in with me, and I said, "No, I'm good. I'm still talking to Benon. I'm trying to find here it is. Creators who use terrible music in their content." And I'm trying to find the comment, but I got to find which one he did it on. Cuz you have like 3 different profiles on Facebook. I think.
I feel like, I have my photographer page, my personal page, and my Gives a Minute page.
Yeah, it must be on Gives a Minute. I'll check there
Maybe.
too. But
it could have been on CreatorCast as well. The
that's
CreatorCast
true.
group.
There you go. See, you're so much
Probably
smarter
would have
than
been.
that. Probably in CreatorCast. You're correct.
I feel like everybody. Actually, this could be a topic for another discussion. But I've been feeling this could be like therapy session here for me as well.
Okay.
I feel like I've been getting a lot of I'm not going to use the word hate, but there's been a lot more negativity thrown my way of late. Just even within our CreatorCast community, there's been a bit of back and forth, which I think's not really cool.
Right.
Yeah, I've been feeling it. Like lately, there's been a little bit of an angle to, Benon. All Benon does is put negative commentary out there. Like he doesn't do anything positive, and that's not accurate at all about my channel.
No,
I'll definitely if something happens to me, such as the Scooter Brad incident and the Bus Life NZ incident, I will 100% say I'll say what I feel. Like I'm not going to censor myself, and I'm not going to not talk about something because someone else might get offended.
Right.
I'm going to explain it, but I'm not going to go searching for it. I'm not searching YouTube for drama and then making videos based on it. I'm just making them when they come to me.
You're sharing your opinion with everybody.
Yeah, but lately it's been turned around, and it's like, all he does is negative. Well, if that's all that you can see about my content, then maybe that's more a reflection about your content, not mine.
About the way you feel about it, for sure. Yeah, I don't think that's to say that everything you do is negative's not even close. I don't think. That's me personally. And you're sitting right in front of me, so I have to say that, right?
Sailing Le Vagabond, right? So Sailing Le Vagabond was one that I copped an awful lot of flack for. But if you look at the facts, they asked for an application video. I supplied them. Yeah. They said they watched it. The view count stayed at 1. My own view of watching that the upload worked. Right. They never watched my content, yet they said they did. And I made a video saying, well, Sailing the Vagabond, I'm calling you out. You didn't watch my content and you lied about it. Yeah. And I got so much hate for saying the simple fact that they didn't actually watch my application video. Yeah. And they said they did. Yeah. I'm not saying they should have taken me on board their shipboat. Right. I shouldn't have been the guy that won. And then I got people saying, oh, but you set your video to private and this is a public space. Of course they're not going to take you. They're going to want someone that's public. And then the dude that they did take, the guy that won. Yeah. People were commenting, oh, we'd love to see, what was his name? Josh or Rowan or someone. We'd love to see Josh's application video. And they said, well, we'd love to show it to you, but he wanted it to be private, so we're not going to show it to you. So they took private application videos, and the guy that won had a private application video, but I got so much flack for saying mine was private. I was so... And am I entitled to get upset about that? Sure. Yes, I'm a human being. I have emotions. I have a channel where I can express those emotions. And if you don't like it, then please unsubscribe and leave. Yeah, and there's plenty of people who you do post the people that say stuff to you sometimes that's just like, hey, your channel sucks. And you're like, thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. I mean, you don't give them you don't destroy them. You don't delete them or anything like that. No. You give them. They're the givers. They're the givers. They're my givers on my channel. They're the ones that are commenting. They're engaging. That is who I am making content for. Yeah. I'm not saying I have to agree with their response. I'm not saying they have to agree with my output, but they're the givers. That is why, and that is what I'm doing on YouTube. I'm creating content. I'm expecting a response. Please deliver it. If you are going to come to hate, just be aware that I'm not going to engage with the hate. Right. But you can have that opinion. I think this was a good session for you, Benon. Yeah, you absolutely. You got to share your heart. Yeah, and not only that, but have you guys noticed this? Not one audio drop yet here in terms of. I see. It must be Derek is going to be so ticked off that let's get one in just so that he can feel good. Okay. Oh, that's and the conversation. See, that needs to. I like that one. Put my one in there. See how that makes you have to feel good that you are one of the drops that I like to play. The first time I heard that on your show, I was in the bathroom and the computer was on the bed, and I was in the bathroom brushing my teeth, and it came on. I was genuinely confused as to what happened then. Where did that come from? And then I looked at the screen, and then you were giggling, and I was like, because I think Bob and Derek didn't really catch they didn't get it at first. Yeah, and I looked at you, and you were laughing, and I was like, he knows.
I'm enjoying these drops way more than everybody else. It's really just for me. It's to entertain me.
I think you got to tone it down slightly. just saying, just a little, not too much because it's part of you.
Ben, on the one thing I have to ask you though before we go, am I the only crazy? Every other Australian I've talked to so far thinks that I am some kind of crazy person because when Mark was talking about Moccona coffee, I had no idea what he was talking about. Am I crazy?
Well, I listened to that conversation quite closely, and what I think was happening there is that Mark never used the word instant coffee.
No,
and if he had said instant coffee,
I would have got it immediately.
Like, it's a brand of coffee,
right?
And it would have been that conversation would have been done within 30 seconds. But Mark just kept talking about these coffee beans, and I was just saying, he says, just say instant. He was
like, I just pour some hot water in there and then some milk, and I'm like water on top of the coffee? Why are you doing that? Like I couldn't get it because, and then the other thing I tried to explain to people was, I don't think in America instant is as a normal thing. Not in the circles I'm running in. It's not. I mean, most people grind up their beans and make their coffee in a coffee maker. They don't scoop it out of a jar and put hot water on it and drink it.
No. Yeah, it's probably more prevalent here in Australia and in England as well, and a lot of Europe. But certainly, you guys aren't huge on it. But that was where that was kind of hitting a wall. And I was almost going to type it, thinking, I wish this was a live stream because I could just say instant coffee.
Oh my gosh, Benon, you probably do the same thing my wife does and like yell out stuff that when I'm asking questions during a show. Today, I'm sitting there, I was doing something, and we were talking about the Where Are They Now episode, and we were talking about Screech from Saved by the Bell, and I couldn't remember what the name of the show was, and I just hear her, Saved by the Bell, really loud, scream. She's listening to it while she's at work, and she's screaming at me, her husband, that's in the same house as her, not remembering something during the show, and it makes me laugh.
I'm very, very similar, and I also think that YouTube would be a better place, and Danny said this plenty of times, it would be a better place if you could comment and it would be time-stamped to the point in the video where you commented, because there's been so many times when you've said something and I've just been like, I really want to respond to that, but I'm going to wait to type my reply till I watch the whole episode in case something else gets brought up.
Yeah.
Sometimes you'd give me a shout-out, and I want to put that in there as well.
Yep.
But if, like one time you said you were arguing about if the first dump of the day happens too late and you haven't had your shower, like you pushed your shower back and back. I'm the exact same. I do not shower until I've had my dump.
It makes sense. Why would you want to clean up before you've done that? I mean, you could go ahead.
You can wipe your butt with paper, which is what people do when they wipe their butt. But you can't tell me that that's as clean as using water. Water cleans it perfectly. A bar of soap, bit of water, you're done.
Exactly.
If you do that and then you go and do your dump, it's all backwards.
Yep.
And the whole day's screwed up.
Yep.
You know.
Oh.
And I was there listening to that because I'm in the shower and I have the laptop on the porcelain tiles to get more volume from it, cranked up to the maximum. And you're there talking about it. I'm like, dude, if only he knew where my bar of soap was and how clean I am right now, this would be perfect.
Oh man. So, okay. Listen, we could talk about this forever, man. I'd have a lot of fun talking about this, but we've gone over the 20 minutes.
Again?
We have.
I did it again.
We've
nailed
done
it.
Over 3 minutes over. So I'm
pushing
the
for
rules.
an hour here. I'm pushing for an hour. Hey, Scotty, tell me about your microphone there. It looks nice. Is that a new microphone?
You have the same
Gee, that's a nice shirt you've got on there. Your room's all laid out nicely. I love that. The on-air sign's not working right now. Let's keep talking.
I don't have it plugged in. All right. So listen, we'll have Benon back again. We have too much fun. We have to keep talking about our bowel movements.
I'd love to have you on CreatorCast as well. We should have you back on CreatorCast.
Anytime.
That'd be fantastic, yeah. And I'm really hanging to see Derek in his personal sauna. That's got to happen.
He put pictures up on Facebook already.
He's got to do an episode.
It's pretty comical. He does. He needs to. He does. All right. So we're going to talk with you again. This won't be the last time.
Sounds good.
Thank you for sharing. I'm glad you had a little therapy session. I hope you're feeling good. And then when next time you're in the Michigan area, we'll have 2 of these ready for you. Okay.
Awesome. That'd be fantastic. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Benon. We'll talk to you again soon.
Thanks, Scotty.